Namaste Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Namaha Pankajanaabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you, my dear friends, worshipable devotees. I'm very grateful to all of you for your kind, precious association to read Krishna conscious literature together, to understand and to try our best to follow in our lives as well. So we are reading this very important book called The Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness, whether we are a beginner or we are in any segment of our spiritual journey. This is going to certainly help us a lot. So yesterday we did the part one, and we covered the introduction. Why is there a need for following the do's and don'ts? We covered that. We also covered that this is not some whims and fantasies, but it is a very bona fide process through bona fide literatures like Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Hari Bhakti Vilas, Updeshamrit, and many, many more, and given by the current Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada himself. So today we'll go to uh, the first, you can say, section or first chapter of this book entitled Why Practice Krishna Consciousness? So this question may come up in different ways and forms. Why to become a devotee? Why to render bhakti? Why to become a servant of God? Right? What is the need to practice bhakti? Why you guys emphasize on the to become a devotee? All this question, these are all different variants of the same question. Basically, why practice Krishna consciousness? So without further delay, as I mentioned yesterday, if you want to read, please raise your hand. That helps to go in proper sequence, and everyone can read one page or so, and we can then churn more. So I'm going to share the contents of the book, which is available in the PDF format. After today's class, I'm going to share the PDF as well with anyone who wants the PDF version. We have already announced if you need the book in the hard copy, we can give it to you in Tampa or even ship it to you at your home in any part of US if you are interested to get this book. We have in multiple languages also in case someone is more comfortable with Hindi or Telugu, etc. We have this book available in multiple languages. So the section is why practice Krishna consciousness. And I think Varun has raised his hand, or Vanilla, whoever is there. Let's get started with this reading. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna everyone. Um, why practice Krishna's consciousness? We are not these bodies but spirit souls. The body is temporary, but the soul, Jivatma, residing in each body is eternal. Each soul has an eternal, dynamic, blissful relationship with the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Our actual life is not in this material world but in the spiritual world with Krishna. Krishna directly presides over the spiritual world. There he is surrounded by countless loving servitors who are all completely pure devotees, perfect beings with only one desire to please Krishna. They are totally free from mundane desires, lust, greed, and envy. In the spiritual world, everything, the land, the trees, the homes, the water, is conscious and blissful. This is no sorrow, but only enjoyment, not the stale, false enjoyment of this material world, but meaningful spiritual ecstasy in relationship with Krishna. Krishna eternally performs wonderful, very variegated activities with his devotees. Life there is a constant festival of singing, dancing, playing, and eating with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those souls who, out of madness or inimical towards Krishna, are placed in the material world. This world is like a prison house for reformatory punishment.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for reading this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So, this question, why practice bhakti? Hare Krishna. Can you hear me? Is my voice audible? Okay. So, this world is not our real home. This world is like a jail. We may feel, no, 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 I'm free. I don't feel like I'm in a jail, right? No matter the best of the hotels we may go to, you may go to Disneyland, you may go to Hawaii, you may go to Switzerland, but there is always longing to go back home. Has anyone experienced that? No matter best the five-star hotel you go, the best of the resorts, but after a few days it becomes stale, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And we want to go back to our home, wherever we live. Whether if it's a simple one bedroom, two bedroom, that doesn't matter. We feel more happiness there. Of course, that is also not our real home, but that's the point which is made. The stale, false enjoyment of this world is stale and false. It's not real enjoyment. So real enjoyment is in the spiritual world. And what is spiritual world? Eternal, blissful, Sachidananda. Where Krishna is Sachidananda. We are also Sachidananda, but tiny Sachidananda, eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. But the moment we are able to realize that this is the place where I'm not going to find real happiness, then the soul looks for something higher. Ananda Mayobhyasa. We are pleasure-seeking beings. We're always looking for that supreme happiness. And that supreme happiness we will only find in the place where it exists. And that is our true home or spiritual world. Next, anyone else wants to read next page 2? Yeah, Shilpa, Mataji, you can.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna devotees. Beginner's Guide, second page. The conditioned souls here suffer repeated birth and death in 8,400,000 species of life. Influenced by Maya, illusion, and insane due to false prestige, the conditioned soul imagines himself happy even within the body of a stool-eating hog. From the topmost planet to the lowest, this world is a great ocean of distress. Krishna does not want us to rot in the material world. He is calling us to come back to the spiritual world, to live happily with him forever. Those who are intelligent listen to Krishna as he speaks in Bhagavad Gita as it is, and try to make a solution to the problem of repeated birth and death. They take up devotional service to revive the dormant Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. In the present age, Kali Yuga, Krishna himself taught Krishna consciousness in his most merciful incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya inaugurated the Sankirtana movement a movement centered on the congregational chanting of the holy names. Sankirtana is the simplest and the most joyful process for realizing God. It is Kevala Ananda Kanda, simply joyful. Krishna consciousness is not a dull, dry, ritualistic religion. Krishna consciousness means chanting the holy names, dancing in ecstasy, feasting on Krishna Prasada, associating with saintly devotees, serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his deity form, approaching the unsurpassable beauty of the duty of the deity, understanding profound philosophy, hearing about the potencies and pastimes of Krishna, and preaching his glories. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, back to you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. This section, like so clearly mentions that we are rotting in this world. But somehow we feel, oh, I'm happy. Like the stool eating hog is eating stool in the gutter. But he feels, oh, I'm good. The stool is very nice. Someone will say, no, I have nice puri, sabji, halwa for you. Please eat that. No, 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 I like this stool. So this is the situation. But Krishna is very caring. Like even if the child goes in bad company, the parents, it's not that the parents say, okay, to hell with you, right? The parents still care for the child. That even the child is in the bad company, they try their very best to bring him or her back to the right path. That's what Krishna does not want us to rot in the material world. Therefore, he sends bona fide representatives like Srila Prabhupada. He gives Bhagavad Gita, he gives Krishna Prasad, he gives this Vaishnava Sangha, comes in the deity form, he comes in the Bhagavat form. This is all his mercy, so that we who are rotting in this world trying to search for true happiness can be attracted to the real source of happiness through the real mediums, and all these are mediums or mercies of Krishna. Now, those who are intelligent listen to Krishna. Very, very man. This path is for intelligent people. Those who want real solutions to these absolute problems, that no more repeated birth and death, no more repeated cycle of suffering. I want eternal happiness, not temporary happiness, not just short-term good. I want eternal good. Will anyone like short-term good and long-term suffering? If you say, okay, one day you can do whatever you want, whatever, eat anything, do anything, be with anyone, no questions asked, no one is going to bother expenditure. But after that, every day you'll get beating by like hunters to the rest of your life. Will anyone do, exercise their free will on that day? No. So similarly, this human life is not, okay, live life king size, do what you want. After that, you only YOLO, right? You only live once. These are the common slangs these days. You only live once. Live life king size, do what you want. After all, this life is rare. You only live once. No, that's not human life. Human life has a sacred purpose. And Lord Himself came to teach the Bhakti Yoga process through by coming Apani Acharya Prabhu Jive Asikhar. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught by his own example. आचरण आचरण चरति इति आचार्य जो अपने आचरण से सिखाते हैं. Acharan means behavior, conduct, their own life, example. The bhaktis, and the last paragraph talks that bhakti is very joyful. So we should be joyful devotees, the best devotee. Happy devotees, the best devotee. If we are not happy, then technically we are not a devotee also. Because devotee means happy. Devotee means always Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Atma. That doesn't mean we'll not have struggles. That doesn't mean we'll not get sick. That doesn't mean we'll not have injury. But bhakti in bhakti, we are so blessed, grateful, fortunate that in spite of all the odds, we are getting chance to be with devotees, chant Hare Krishna, dance, honor prasad, serve deities, serve Vaishnavas, share this. This is so joyful. That's bhakti. Very, very joyful process. Any thoughts, comments before we read page 3? Anyone has any additions, thoughts, comments? Okay. Page 3. Yes, Raghu Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes. Page 3.
Krishna was the last word. Krishna consciousness. From here.
From
Krishna consciousness, the
Krishna.
last.
Okay. Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna devotees. Krishna consciousness means the mood of the spiritual world. It is a life of ever increasing pleasure, and it ultimately brings us to the point where we can directly see Krishna and speak with him face to face. Krishna consciousness is a tried, tested, and proven method for achieving the perfection of life. Many persons in the past have become purified by Krishna consciousness and have thus attained to Krishna's lotus feet. Those whose spiritual intelligence is awakened will appreciate the unsurpassed mercy Lord Chaitanya is giving by inviting us to join his Sankirtana movement. Such persons take up Krishna consciousness with all sincerity, determined to make this their last birth in the material world. Even from the social or personal point of view, Krishna consciousness is so wonderful that it is beneficial for everyone. Simply by practicing devotional service, devotees develop all good qualities. They become kind, tolerant, humble, self-controlled, peaceful, and pleasing to all. Krishna consciousness even offers solution to all economic, social, political, psychological, philosophical, and religious problems. How this is so is fully described in Srila Prabhupada's books. Therefore, every thoughtful person should immediately take up Krishna consciousness with full heart and soul. Hare Krishna.
Iqbal, thank you so much, Raghu Prabhu. I mean, whenever I read this book, I just feel that each and every line in this book can be elaborated for like hours. It is so potent. Um, so this book is just like a summary study, as we have all, been talking about. Prabhupada's, each and every line here is so critical. Hmm. It's tried, tested, and proven method. So it's nothing new. Millions of people have in the past yugas, in the past, decades, centuries, have taken up this path. Every saint had a past, every sinner has a future. No matter what our background is, no matter whatever bad things we may have done. But if we take to this path, we will certainly achieve perfection in our lives. Very clearly mentioned. Hmm. Those whose spiritual intelligence is awakened. That means very thoughtful people. As mentioned in the last, very thoughtful people should take fully and try their very best to make this birth as the last birth. Very important. That means with sincerity, you see all these words, sincerity, determination, endeavor, for one's own good. There are a lot of seminars in this day: anger management, time management, self-control, patience, mindfulness, tolerance. Most of them are nothing but a waste of time. I'm not, saying against any particular thing, but the whole point is When we take to the path of Krishna consciousness, sarvai gunai tatra samasate sura. All the divine, yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. When we render Krishna consciousness, all these divine qualities, tolerance, humility, love, kindness, tolerance, peace, pleasing to all, these will naturally manifest. If we are not manifesting those gradually, that means something we are not doing properly. We can all attest, if our anger levels are going up or down, if our ability to control temptations, to be tolerant, to be more kind, to be more empathetic, right? This will gradually increase, to be more sober in our, to be pleasing to all, to be kind in our words, actions, and behavior. All these will naturally manifest. No separate seminars required. And not only that, Krishna consciousness solves all the problems: economic, social, political, psychological, physiological, philosophical, religious, everything. Now you may say, well, can you prove it? Of course, we can prove it. Any problem you take, let's say hunger. Just like a hunger is a problem, right? Many people die of hunger. Many people don't get sufficient food. Why there is hunger? If we analyze the root cause, there is enough for everyone's need, but not enough for one man's greed. If the resources are balanced in the world, that everyone understands that, it is the energy of God. It is not for, I'm not the bhokta. So if I have got something extra, let me share, let me care for others also. Then there will be no more issues. If everyone balances Krishna's resources nicely, then an understanding as the energy of God, which is basic principle of Krishna consciousness, understanding our kota, which is Ishopanishad mantra, right? Then there'll be no more hunger problems, economic problems. Everything can be sorted out. The world will become. They'll know where is the biggest expense of any country. In finance, in defense, right? So much money in defense. Why defense? Because threat of territory, threat of now these days, intellectual property, or so much money is spent on defense. Why? In previous day in Ramarajya, everyone is talking about Lord Ram these days, which is for good. There was no door, there was no like locks because there were no thieves. If you and your brother are living in the same house, you won't lock your property, correct? Oh, my brother is going to come and steal in the night, right? We won't do that, correct? If you and your brother are living in the same house, you won't say, oh, let me make sure my wallet is safe, my credit card is safe, my jewelry is safe. No. So if everyone understands that this is a universal brotherhood principle, then there's no question of theft. Whatever Krishna has given me, being grateful, being satisfied. There is enough for everyone's need, but not enough for one man's greed. So, in short, all these problems can be solved. Therefore, we are talking about why practice Krishna consciousness. So basically, for real happiness, to solve all the problems, to develop divine qualities, to go back home, back to Godhead, to be a gentle person, to understand what is my true home, to understand what really God wants, to understand our true nature. All these are reasons we just spoke about or discussed and read. And this is a very joyful process. Any thoughts, any comments? Basically, these 3 pages cover, in brief, why be Krishna conscious? Why become Krishna's devotee? What is the need to practice devotional service? Anyone has any thoughts, comments before we read the next section of this book? Any additions, comments, thoughts, questions in this particular topic called Why Be Krishna Conscious? Why be a devotee? Why follow the path of bhakti? Okay, that's great. So we have time. We will move to the next section, which is called the basis, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Very, very important topic. Uma, Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Srila Narottama Dasi Thakura advises Sadhu Sastra, Guru Vakya, Chitte Kariya Aikya. The meaning of this instruction is that one must consider the instructions of the sadhu, the revealed scriptures, and the spiritual master in order to understand the real purpose of spiritual life. Neither a sadhu, saintly person, or Vaishnava, nor a bona fide spiritual master says anything that is beyond the scope of sanction of the revealed scriptures. Thus, the uh, I please I can't able to see that letter, Prabhu. Statements, okay. Statements of the yeah. Statements of the revealed scriptures correspond to those the bona fide spiritual master and saintly persons. One must therefore act with reference of these three important sources of understanding. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 7.48 purport. The philosophy and practice of Krishna consciousness are delineated by Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. Sastra, scripture, is the word of God or equally valid. 1 minute. Or equally valid that which is spoken by realized devotees of God. Sastra is strictly followed by sadhus, but only scriptures, the commentaries accepted by Vaishnavas can be considered properly authorized. The bona fide Guru, one's personal teacher, knows the authorized Vaishnava scriptures, lives according to their ten, tenets and teaches the same. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for reading this section.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
So in this particular section, the three things are mentioned: Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. You know, when I was young, maybe in fifth, sixth grade, one of my teachers, you remember we used to draw lines on a like chart bar, what that graph paper? Yeah, with a lot of squares, right? So we used to put coordinates. Okay, 1, 1, plot it, and then let's say 5, 5, right? And then we have to draw a line between the two, joining them. You remember that exercise we used to do? Like join them with
Yes,
lines.
Prabhu. We remember.
You
Connect the
remember?
dots. It's called connect the dots. No?
Yeah, connect the dots. Okay. Yeah. So we have 2 points. Every time, the line would pass through the 2 points. You take any 2 points in the world, there would be a line connecting them. True or false? Any 2 points, there would be a line connecting them. Any 2 points in the world, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
But if you take any 3 points, will there be a line always connecting them?
No.
The answer is no. But if they are properly aligned, there will be a line connecting them. Like 1, 1, 5, 5 on XY axis, and let's say 3, 3. They will fall on a one straight line. You agree?
Yes.
There will be a line connecting them. So therefore, you can see these 3 points, not two. We have to check with all the three tenets: Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So what's Shastra? Like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, etc. The scriptures, the word of God, right? Then the sadhus who are strictly following them. And then the commentaries like Narottam Das Thakur's mentioned, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, these are all sadhus. Or, in ISKCON, there are so many sadhus. And the Guru, Srila Bhakti Vikas Maharaj is mentioning, Guru is like one's personal teacher. knows the authorized Vaishnava scripture. So Guru must also be aligned and speak the words of or repeat the words of Shastra and sadhus, correct? Right? Because and they are all basically aligned to take us back home, back to Godhead, aligned with the words of God. One example, like Srila, who was the guru of Ambarish Maharaj, Durvasa Muni, right? In that story, what's that story when Vaman Dev came? Bali Maharaj, sorry. Bali Maharaj's guru, Shukracharya, right? We all know the story. Shukracharya was the guru of Bali. And Vaman Dev asked 3 steps of land. Shukracharya said, don't give him. So at that time, Bali Maharaj knew that the Shastras say to give to God, to give to sadhus. Hmm? But this guru is not telling me the right thing. This guru is telling me not to serve Vaishnavas, not to serve Brahmanas. So he did not follow that. So we have to ensure that we take shelter of a bona fide guru, not any Tom, Dick, Harry. So we'll talk about that guru initiation also. But the guru must be a proper bona fide representative of God who teaches us to get closer to Krishna, not to go away. Who teaches us to how can we improve the quantity and quality of our sadhana and seva. That's like basically, then we are aligned. Those 3 dots are moving in the same one direction in alignment to take us back home, back to Godhead, or to enhance our bhakti, to improve our devotional life. That's the whole purpose of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Let's read the next page. Yes, Ramayana Pran, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dhanavad Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Krishna consciousness is thus not to be approached whimsically. The absolute truth is not subject to opinions dream up in our tiny brains. That absolute truth of Krishna consciousness is transmitted through the timeless and changeless system of devotional service. It is accepted by great authorities such as Lord Brahma, Narada, and Lord Shiva. That system of philosophy and practice is received even in the present day by the unbroken disciplic succession, parampara. Many people become enthusiastic to take this Krishna consciousness and try to follow what they have seen devotees doing. But because they lack proper guidance and association, they are unable to advance beyond the neophyte platform. Their understanding and practice of Krishna consciousness are often faulty because of immaturity and tendency to mix speculative ideas with the time-tested truths of pure devotional service. For instance, a common diversion is to attempt to mix Krishna consciousness with mundane knowledge, such as that derived from so-called academic scholars. Scientists, psychologists, management experts, and so on. However, implicit is the mindset of all devotees is consciousness of sense gratification. All conditioned souls have the 4 defects of imperfect senses, being illusions, making mistakes and cheating. Therefore, devotees accept only liberated souls as authorities and do not take seriously the speculation of others.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
So these processes, these time-tested truths of pure devotional service, like pure doctors, pure guru, pure sadhus, pure shastras are giving us the pure medicine to heal our worldly disease or bhavaroga. But if we do not follow the advice of the pure doctor here means pure guru, and try to concoct it, try to speculate things, try to follow it half-heartedly, then it's not doctor's problem. It's whose problem? It's patient's problem or our problem. So we have to not speculate or concoct or this or that or adulterate things. The message is coming from unbroken chain called disciplic succession. It's pure. Great Maharishis, great Paramhamsa, Sita, Devala, Vyasa, Narada, Shukdev Goswami, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. So many great acharyas, so many great, even the demigods have accepted this. The Mahajans, they have accepted, they are saying this. So the best thing is take it as it is. When we say as it is try it as it is, feel it for yourself. You'll see the impact in your life. And the more we do, the more the impact. The more sincerely we do, the better the impact would be. The more we concoct things, the less the impact. And that is it. Bhakti is simple for simple. So we'll read the last section of this. Maybe Varun or Veena, Mataji wants to read. Yes.
Hare Krishna. So am I going to start from, for instance, correct, Prabhuji?
No, you'll start from this line.
Oh, okay. Don't see that.
In one sense.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. In one sense, any beginning in Krishna consciousness is good, but to be actually successful in the philosophy and practice of sorry, I apologize. In the devotional service, a person must accept the authorized process. One must accept the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master with full submission. Simply thinking oneself religious or spiritual on the strength of a little practice will not be very helpful. For those who want to start devotional service but have little chance of personal guidance, this book will, to a great extent, protect them from error and confusion. That is because it is based on the infallible ground of Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. The reader will at least not have to speculate about how to put on tilaka, perform sankirtana, etc. But again, stress must be given to accepting the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, taking initiation from him, learning from him, and serving him in full submission.
Very cool. I think that covers this section. Then there's a different section. So very straightforward. Thank you, Veena Mataji, for reading this section. Anyone has any thoughts or questions or additions here? So we covered two sections as of now. Number one was why practice Krishna consciousness. Number two, the Guru Sadhu Shastra, which are basically mercy of Lord Krishna himself. Krishna sends the bona fide guru. Krishna gives the wonderful devotee sadhus. Krishna gives the wonderful scriptures or shastra. Shastra also very closely connected to shastra. Shastra cuts, cuts the enemies. So shastra cuts the enemies of lust, anger, greed, all the vices in our heart. Guru is also called heavy. So Guru is heavy to remove the burden in our heart, remove the impurities in our heart. Guru's instructions are heavy. A bona fide Guru. A Guru is not just to, okay, do whatever you want, just give me some money, you'll be all good. That's not Guru. Yes, Venu, Mataji, you have any thought, comment, or question?
Yes, Hare Krishna. How do we say, is it Sastra or Shastra? And the difference here in Krishna consciousness, is it any difference?
Say that again. Shastra.
Is it Sastra or Shastra? Sastra or
Shastra. Sure. Sure. It's sure. Shastra.
So it's SH.
Yeah, kind of. You can say
But
if you want to make it simpler, you can say SH. But whenever you see this, this is like the Sanskrit
okay.
way of writing in English. Whenever you see this little bit, I don't know what do you say, kind of a single quotes, right? So that's read as sh. And when you don't see that, it's sa, like snake. This is sh, as in Shastra, or sh, as in Shimla, or yeah,
Yeah.
Sadhu. Yeah, the A, when you say a hyphen on top, you say like bada right? You'll put emphasis on there. But when you don't see, like this is Shastra, not Shastra. There's no emphasis on the A here, but there is emphasis on the A here. So chota a, bada a.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Actually, I should have not asked the question. I realized. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Oh, no worries, Mataji. No question is wrong question. In the Bhagavad Gita, at the back, there is whole way how to pronounce all these. There are more symbols also. So in the back side of in the appendix somewhere in the Gita, you'll see, because this translation, this kind of way is pretty standard, and you'll see in Prabhupada's all the books and many other books also you'll see. So it's pretty standard way of writing the Sanskrit or the in English. Okay. Yeah. So one very nice point I like, simply thinking oneself religious or spiritual on the strength of a little practice will not be very helpful. Quite important point. Majority people think, chalo ho gaya apna, subah agarbatti, sham ko ghanti, done, right? It's okay, but one will think, okay, I am pious, I am religious, subah agarbatti, sham ko ghanti, and then I'm done. But a sincere person wants to go deeper, right? A sincere person wants to go deeper. Why I'm ringing this bell? What is the goal, right? If you really love your child, you want to do the best for the child, is it not? Not the bare minimum. Hmm? And the more you do, the more you feel joyful, is it not? You don't feel, okay, I'll just cook one time for you, done. Or I'll cook once in a week for you, done. Right? So to our loved ones, we'd want to give our best. If we really love Krishna, or we're trying to love Krishna, we should also try to go deeper in the science and learn properly how to serve him. What can we do? What he likes? What's the proper etiquette? Yes, Shilpa Mataji, any thoughts?
Prabhuji, thank you, Prabhuji. One question, just a clarity. The last sentence says, but again, stress must be given to accepting the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. Does stress mean like sincerity and determination, or kind of give more importance, something like that, Prabhuji?
I think we have to go and read the previous statement to understand the mood. The reader will at least not have to speculate about how to put on tilak, perform sankirtan, etc., how to chant, how to do arati, how to do this, how to do that. One will get. But then one will start thinking, okay, I'm all set. I know how to do kirtan. I know how to put tilak. I know how to do arati. Then I think I'm guru myself. I can even teach others. I know it from this book or from YouTube. So then, okay, but again, stress must be given to accepting the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, learning from him, serving him. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya updekshanti te jnanam jnanena tattvadarshina. Bhagavad Gita 4.3 or 32. Anyone recalls which verse number is? 4.3, I think. 32, I think. Let's see. So many Bhakti Shastris are there. Please tell me. Help me out. Which verse is that from the Bhagavad Gita? Tadvidi pranipatina pariprashnena say 4 point something.
4.34, correct, Prabhuji.
4 point?
34.
34, yeah, 34. 34 hours. Yeah. So that's the Vedic culture. Approach the bona fide guru and render service. Because just by reading some book, just by hearing some YouTube, of course it will help. But the personal instruction, the personal guidance, the stress must be given to that. That's the mood there. So this is not like a substitute, but more like a supplement. Because we are living in this day and age, we can't go to a gurukul. We have family, job, kids, this, that. Okay, read the book, and whenever we get chance to get personal association, personal guidance, take the most of it. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
For those who are, already practicing devotees, this book will cover a lot of verses also. For those who are already, in Krishna consciousness for a couple of years, if you can memorize every verse in this book, it is going to be very helpful in your outreach, in your sharing of Krishna consciousness. You might already be knowing many of those, which is great, but it's a good reminder. So practically everyone should memorize this book. Yeah, it's not hard because people will ask you questions today or tomorrow. Why practice bhakti, right? And when we quote some verses, it adds credibility that I'm not just saying. New people don't feel overwhelmed. As we discuss, step by step, gradual. If you want to learn one verse, that's fine. We don't learn verses just for sharing. We learn verses to purify ourselves. There are multiple reasons. There's a separate video. You can see why to memorize verses and how to memorize verses. But I highly encourage, since many of you are already practicing and sharing Krishna consciousness, to try to memorize most of these verses for oneself and for sharing with others also. So since we are close to 9 p.m., we'll not start the next topic. Tomorrow we'll start the next topic, which is understanding Krishna consciousness as it is. But we have a few minutes to take some thoughts, any comments, questions, any reflections anyone has in these two sections we covered. Yes, Nitul bhai?
Hello, Prabhuji. I'm very new to Krishna consciousness, and I'm in Dallas here. I do go to Kalajanji temple, and I don't have any guru or anything. I just like to read all the books that A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada has wrote, all that. And currently, as I'm new, I'm just following all his rules that he has in his books and stuff. So I think, what do you recommend? Just, I don't have any spiritual bona fide master or anything yet, but just follow as a new, just following those books and stuff. Is that good? And what's your thoughts about that, please, guide?
Thank you. First of all, it's very, very noble, very, very, praiseworthy. You are going to Sri Sri Radha Kalachandji Mandir. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful place. It's a wonderful temple, wonderful devotees. And Prabhupada personally spent time there, as you might be aware. His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, whose Samadhi is present there. He and many of his disciples, and wonderful community. I went there once or twice. It was a wonderful experience. So Srila Prabhupada is our preeminent Shiksha Guru for all the ISKCON devotees. That's point number one. And you can pray to Srila Prabhupada to help you connect to someone,
Yeah.
Shiksha Guru also, who, of course, when you are reading Prabhupada's books, you are learning. You are
Yes.
learning, and Srila Prabhupada is teaching you. Srila Prabhupada is guiding you, right? But there is a lot of emphasis, as we just read. The stress is given to a living guru, who's also Shiksha Guru and then eventually Diksha Guru. Those are later topics. But as you are going, pray to Krishna, pray to Srila Prabhupada to help you connect with some mentor, to help you connect with some person who can
Sure.
help you give more specific advice based on your situations. Who can be like your personal coach, you can say, right? See, we all know this formula. Hey, exercise, it's good for your health. Everyone knows that. Don't eat junk food, it's not good for your health. Everyone knows that, correct? There's nothing new.
Yes.
But when you have someone who's accountable, who's pushing you, hey, did you do your exercise today? Did you go to your yoga? Did you, are you sleeping on time? Are you getting up on time? Are you eating a healthy food? Someone who is looking as a caring friend, as a caring mentor, coach, guide, whatever word you may use, that really helps us, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, that you totally make sense when you put it about like that, because I know there have been times when I have lost my path and I needed a mentor to guide me through it, to get things right, to lead me to success. And the way you said it perfectly makes sense. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So pray to Krishna, pray to Prabhupada, pray to the deities to help you get connected to one.
Sure, will
From
do.
ISKCON community, I'm sure you'll find there someone. Now,
Yes.
and try to go regularly, and Krishna will help you. If you go like a once in a blue moon, it might be hard, but if you go regularly, render some
Sure.
service, like prasad distribution, some
Sure.
service, anything, do some service. Ask there, can I be of any help? Is there something I can do to assist you? They may say, okay,
Sure,
clean
Prabhuji.
this vessel, or maybe help in this way, or help in prasad distribution. That will help us to get, first we have to show that yes, I need one. I'm hungry, right?
Yes, yes.
यदि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्न सेवया सेवा भी करना है सेवया in the Guru's ashram, then the mercy will flow. When we really show that I am humble, I am eager, I need this, then
Yes.
Krishna will help. When Dhruv Maharaj was searching for the Guru, Krishna sent Narad Muni. Right?
Makes sense.
Krishna knows. Krishna is Chaitya Guru sitting in our heart. He knows that when my child will be ready, when he's really looking for one, I will send the right person in his or her life.
Yep. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your sincerity. Any other thoughts, comments anyone else has? Yes, Pauli Mataji, you want to share something? You unmuted.
Yes. I in the beginning of the session you were talking about like when we go to pray or like go to like okay how I don't know how to explain, but let me go to that. You said you are not a if you are not happy, you are not a devotee, but we are always sitting, not always, like most of the time we are going there, but maybe we are stressed out, we are unhappy for something, but I'm still there to perform something like do kirtana or like archana or something, but we become happy, but we are not there sitting happy in the beginning. Is it means that I'm not a devotee?
No. It's sometimes it's not the literal meaning, right?
Okay.
It's said that we have to understand not go by the letter of the law, but understand the spirit of the law, right? So that's the context there. That means that Krishna is our father. See,
Yeah.
he will accept us, whether we go to him crying or with a jolly face, right? He'll always accept us. In his eyes, anyone who comes to him is a devotee. So you're approaching him, whether you're asking for some help, asking for some shelter, asking for some remedy for some situation which happened in your family, or you're in distress, or you need something, or you are asking for your child or husband or mother or father or whatnot, he's going to do his part. At the same time, as we advance and as we mature, the devotee develops the mood of not just asking from God, but asking about God, what God needs from me, rather than what I need from God, right? That's a mood shift which will happen gradually. Rather than always thinking what God can do for me, what Krishna can do for me, one should ask what I can do for Krishna. In the beginning, the mood is like, okay, who am I to do for Krishna? But we see the mood of Rajavasis, etc. They were always thinking about Krishna. They were always thinking, I need to protect him. I need to feed him. I need to care for him. I need to, bathe him, like Mother Yashoda, etc. So it's not that if someone is approaching in a distressed mood, or if someone is sad or something, and they are trying to remember God, they're not devotees. That's not the mood, but it's like a way to encourage that bhakti. Bhakti is so joyful. We have been blessed to receive the path of bhakti. So we should always try to be happy. Challenges will be there, ups and downs will be there, health and disease will be there, but try to be happy. Not always complaining, Arey, why I didn't get the promotion, why I got this disease. It's okay. It's okay. I'm grateful. Although there is some tough, situation going on in my health or in my family or in my work or whatnot, it will come. That's the nature of this world. But I will embrace it with joy. I'll embrace it with Krishna conscious approach. And be grateful, not complain. Hey, Krishna, why you give this to me? Why not to my neighbor? When good things come, we don't say that, right? Why you gave the promotion to me? My other person deserved the person sitting next door deserved it better. So that's the mode basically. To be happy, be grateful, and try to be in all circumstances. So even if you're approaching in some distress situation, it's absolutely fine. Krishna is very kind, loving, and will always be there for you.
Thank you. Try to be happy all the time.
Yes, that's what Prabhupada said. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. One devotee said, after 50 years, I realized these were two separate instructions. Now it needs some. So it's not easy. Agreed, it's not easy, right? To be always enthusiastic, joyful, right? Yeah. Any last comments or thoughts before we pause for today? Okay, I'm very grateful again to all of you for your precious time. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya cha Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo. Thank you again for joining. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place.
Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna.
much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Thank you.
Very well.